Well, it's kind of sad that 4 days goes by and I come back to this channel and decide to post a video, and the first one I post is about a bomb going off in Brussels Central train station and a terrorist attack. Well, they said they neutralized the terrorist and nobody was injured or killed, thank God. But still, we've seen a lot of that stuff lately. If you want to look at my previous report, there it is. Anyway, this particular segment, we're going to talk about hate speech being covered by the First Amendment. Now, the Supreme Court recently ruled in the last week or so, I guess it was. I kind of waited to watch what everybody else was going to say about this before I posted a video on it. I was going to do a video the other day, but I just wanted to see what the general consensus in America is about this. And it seems like nobody's really talking about it, especially mainstream media. The Supreme Court has ruled in favor of people who have the desire to use hate speech. It is covered under the First Amendment, right? Okay. So, you're free to call me whatever you want to call me. And I'm free to call you whatever I want to call you. I'm covered under the First Amendment, and as you are too. Now, having said that, what's going to happen with this free speech stuff? We have to remember that a lot of people communicate on social media platforms, right? A lot of news media. You got all kinds of stuff going on, and that is one of the main communication methods that people have today, especially the millennials and younger. So what we have to think about and remember is that these social media platforms also have policies in place against the use of hate speech and hateful rhetoric and threats and violence and all that. Some of them are rarely enforced, some are strictly enforced. It just depends on where and what the situation is, and we can all kind of figure out what that is. But we're going to see hateful speech used. It's just going to happen in society. And in order to shut that down, you have to produce laws in order to shut it down and start punishing people for that, right? Well, we've seen that in Europe. If you use hateful rhetoric against a certain group of people on a social media platform, you can go to jail for that, right? Thank God we don't have that here, because we need to have these open discussions in plain sight so that people can decide for themselves what kind of belief system they really want to have. You understand what I'm saying? If you channel everything down into one belief system, one viewpoint, one set of rules, and eliminate everything else and interject that into your society that you live in and say this is the only way that is acceptable form of thinking and talking, you've destroyed human nature. You've destroyed humanity's freedom of expression. Do you follow me? Here in America, we believe in freedom of expression. So it does not matter what side of the aisle you are on politically, where your belief system is socially, religiously, it does not matter. This is a win-win situation for every single person in this country as a whole, okay? Not to take any side. It's a win. I just have to put that out there. That's my viewpoint on this. It really is, because I believe that hate speech, or any type of speech that some people view as hate speech but may not necessarily be hate speech, which is something that they don't agree upon and they view it as a personal attack in this postmodernism era, where certain particular people are believed to question everything at every turn, and then whatever they choose to believe for their own system of beliefs, that anything that opposes that is a personal attack upon them, when it really isn't. It's a simple expression of the way someone else thinks or believes, right? So, but the person who gets personally offended by that in this postmodernism world is calling it hate speech because they're offended, when it was never really directed at them personally anyway. It was simply an expression by another person. You follow me? So This is a win-win situation because that goes both directions. Do you follow me? What you say or what I say, if it offends you, I'm sorry it offends you, but I should be able to have the right to say it. And you should have the right to say anything you want. If it offends me, okay, I need to accept that and just say, okay, well, I don't believe the same way you believe, but this is what I believe. And what you say offends me, I don't have to listen to you, right? It's not a personal attack on me because I'm not going to remove your ability to have a personal opinion, viewpoint, or free expression. You follow me? And the same goes for me. So this is a win-win situation for everybody. We can all express our views. We can all express our opinions. We can all express our belief system, our values in any way that we choose to, because we have that freedom of expression here in the country. I just hope you enjoyed this report on free speech and what can be considered hate speech or what is hate speech. It's essentially covered. You can use it. You have your First Amendment right. So I just want to thank America for allowing me to express myself in this video. And if you choose to become a supporter, check out the Patreon and PayPal links in the description below. My name is Johnny Jetrod, reporting for you for Populist News. Thank you, America.